Hello and welcome to the daily chapter reading of Some of It Was Real. I can tell Thomas' resolve is beyond shaky. This is my chance to drive him over the edge, make him a believer. I could say a young spirit has come forward and exact revenge by telling him that Deacon is ashamed of him and that his father is too, and more. Thomas' article will destroy everything I've built. It will erase me. I have the right to protect myself. But if I do that, it'd make me guilty of every crime he's heaped on my shoulders. I no longer want to be Montresor to his Fortunato. If he chooses to tell me about Deacon, I'll listen. If not, it's a secret to keep. But then why should I tell him mine? You don't have to, Thomas says, like he's read my mind. I step onto a dark country road, past a heavy pack strapped to my back. To open it in front of Thomas is a risk. I'm not sure exactly what's inside. Do you believe in repressed memories? I get the idea, but it always seemed like a cop-out, a way to blame others for adult hang-ups. I was in that camp too, but I didn't remember much about what I'm going to tell you until last night. Thomas props his head on one elbow. He asks, "What do you remember?" My body tenses. I vaguely recalled the showers, but last night the reason why came back to me. Showers? Thomas asks. I gather my thoughts. When I came to High River, I wet the bed every night. I was almost 6, way too old for that. Mom decided to sleep in my bedroom. The plan, I think, was to wake me up after a few hours, take me to the toilet, and get me in the habit of doing it myself. I'm pretty sure that she thought the problem was the new house, different routine. Makes sense, Thomas says. I guess. Yeah, that night she read me a story before lights out, and then she was shaking me. The look on her face, she was scared but disgusted too. Why? My cheeks burn. I thought it was just that I'd peed the bed. She dragged me up the narrow staircase to her bathroom. My legs were hot, sticky, and she forced me into a cold shower, scrubbed the pen off my skin. Pen? I twist the edge of the bed's blanket. In the mirror last night, a vision of a naked little girl on the tiles of my parents' shower appeared. That girl was me. There were letters and numbers written on her skin. My skin. I'd forgotten that part. Was that the only time? Thomas asks, his tone middle of the road. I'm relieved that he's put on his journalist hat. If he gave me any sympathy in this moment, I'd probably cry. No, though I can't say how many more times it happened. Mom would read me a bedtime story. At some point, I'd pee the bed. She'd shake me out of whatever stupor I was in, drag me upstairs to the shower. Then she'd wait in the leather chair outside the bathroom door while I dried off, put on the clean PJs she'd fold on the counter. I'd apologize, then go back to bed. What about Wes? Did he ever step in? Suddenly cold, I pull the covers higher. I think Dad argued with her at least once, said they should find a therapist, not douse me with cold water. But Mom believed the cold showers would do the trick. Thomas says, it's a harsh punishment. She didn't spank, hit with a belt, or worse. It was just water. And it worked. My mind struggles to put the memories into context. On the train, you asked if my gift began when I was a kid, if I knew when the telephone was going to ring, or if someone had died. You said you didn't grow up in the kind of house where magical thinking was encouraged. Thomas recalls that your life was pretty regimented. Maybe when I lost time, wrote on my skin, maybe that was the start of my abilities, and what she did to me, taught me to cram my gift down. Have you ever asked Hannah what you said and wrote that freaked her out? I shake my head. In fairness, until last night, all I remembered was wetting the bed, those showers, and my apologies. Thomas rests his head back on the pillow. This close, I can smell the slight musk of the hotel shampoo and the clean scent of shaving cream. When you left home, the few states, for lack of a better word, started again? Yeah, the first I can recall was when I spoke with that pregnant woman, Bethany. And the panic attack? When I went up to my parents' bathroom and saw the shower where Mom used to scrub my skin, had the vision, I got dizzy, took a seat, reached out to grip the bathroom door. My nail gouged a paint bubble and a scab tore free. Beneath the white paint the door was red. Thomas is quiet for a few moments, then admits, I don't understand. The door I open to the other side is the exact same as my parents' bathroom door.